So let's start with task 10A. Task 10A states that the Tower widget company has a number of different sites. The company is going to create a database to store details of employees, their jobs, and the site where they work. So the company is mainly about employees, okay? So the company requires a site code, name of the site, address, cell phone number. It requires employees to have their payroll number, name, address, job code, blah, 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 till the end, okay? I'm going to come back to those points. So what we're required to create a conceptual, logical, and physical type or entity relationship diagrams, ERDs. As you know, we have three types of ERDs. One called conceptual, one is a logical second level, the third level is physical. The first level, which is conceptual, it is just basic with the title of the table and the attributes. The second level, which is the logical one, it contains the attribute, then you have the title, you have the attribute, and then you have the data type, okay? The third type, physical, it's a little bit more extra detail in it, which is containing the size of the field. So the title, and then you have attribute, the data type, you have the field size, and then you have whether primary key, which one is a primary key, and whether you have any other foreign keys connected from other tables. So basically, whenever the question is about ERD, you just need to open your Word document and start to create it over there. I'm going to show you simply how to create it. Otherwise, the answers all are just given here. So I will show you how you analyze the question, so it will be easy for you to create it during the exam time. Here you can see they're asking to create a database. No, actually, they need to create a database. You need to create their ERD. ERD is needed before creating a database because it simplifies the work for you. It make everything clear, general, all the points, and then you need to put it on the Word document. Later you can easily just go to your database and start to create it. So the tables will be clearly given in your paper. So as you analyze the question, it will be easy to determine how many tables were needed. So here you're going to find that we have employees table, jobs tables, and site. The company requires site code, so that belongs to the site table. Name of the site, definitely site, and then address and telephone number. And you can see over here the site information in the site table. Next one is about employee, and one thing you need to careful about to add the S or not to add the S, it depends on the relationship. It's always preferred when you have one to many relationship. Over here you have a site which is one relationship, so better or preferred to put it without S as a singular. Employees is plural because here it is a relationship of many. Jobs, it is preferred if you put it as job because here the relationship is one or singular. Okay, let's get back again to our table. So we have employees, they need payroll, name, address, job code, job description, rate of pay. Tell me why, teacher, why they're all not added over here. Okay, read the rest of the question. All employees doing the same job are paid the same rate of pay. In database, our main target is to avoid duplication, to avoid repetition, to avoid that is the same thing got repeated again and again. To do so, they already gave you a hint that you need a third table. The third table will try to minimize the duplication. So you will know that it is good should be a jobs, and in jobs we definitely can put the job code as a primary key, and then we can put the rate of the pay, and of course there is something mentioned over here which is the job description. Okay, so those are the main three things. You need to put them in the job table, and then the job code will connect it to the employees table. This is the connection will be made, and here the site code will be over here, site code to this one. Okay, so this is basically how you make it. Then you can just open Word document if it is required in your exam to do it. I have already created for this task and the next activity, so you can see I set the layout to be our orientation to be landscape. It will be much easier, and then I put the first ERD, which is the conceptual ERD, and then go to insert, click on shapes, and you better choose the rounded rectangle, the rounded corners rectangle. Don't go to this one. In ERD, whenever we draw an ERD, we prefer to use this one. So simply just go over here. For the shape, you better always to keep it with a white. Okay, don't keep it no filling, it will be difficult to control, so just keep it white. And then right click and add a text or add text. So simply here you're going to need to, let's start with employees. It's in white color, so I need to make it to black. Increase the font a bit. And let's go back again for to be faster. Let's copy it and let's add below this. Okay, so up to here. And then one thing is also you want to adjust, it's better to be in the middle, the header, the title to be in the middle. The rest you can make it left aligned like this. Adjust the size. Okay, so we're fitting all of the attributes over here. Right now you need to separate this from the attributes. Let's just simply go back again to here and put the line from shapes, select the line and just draw it. I'm holding shift, so can you see my line is going straight even though I'm moving my cursor up and down? If I didn't hold the shift, you can see. So hold shift and draw your cursor. Make it back again to the black like the same others. Okay, for extra perfection, zoom it and try to adjust it. All right, we got our first table, and in this way you will create the second, third, and so on. And then let me just take this one, Control C, Control V, and let's create the site. One thing is I can make this bold, site, bold and center, and then the rest of the attributes just copy it and paste it. Okay, let me adjust the rest of the points and then let's come back. Okay, I am almost done with creating all of them. There is one thing is whenever you're going to move this table, there will be this line disturbing you. So what you can do is just hold shift and select both the line and your table, right click on one of the sides and click on group. So if you're going to move it, it will be simple for you. Second one, third one also do the same thing. Okay, and right now this, because this is the main table, so put it in the center. These are the connected tables. So right now the connection as employees is the main table and the relationship should be one to many. Okay, so let's go to insert, let's go to this choose this triangle and let's try to draw it, try to adjust it a bit because employees will be having the many relation over here. So can go and put it like that, make it with the white filling. Okay, and then just simply right now go and take the line and draw it directly. You can adjust it with your arrow, make it black, and just the last thing will be left is just one simple line over here to show that it is 1. Okay, maybe one thing is preferred that you can increase the weight of these, can be much more visible. I think it's too much, just a little bit extra, won't bother. Okay, the same thing will be just repeated for the others. Okay, so I'm just going to copy these, copy, paste, just Control V, Control C, Control V, Okay, I need to make it in the opposite direction. Okay, so that's our first relationship is done, which is in conceptual ERD. Okay, the second one, it's requiring us the second one, which is the logical ERD. In logical ERD, you just simply is going to add the data type. In data type, you can guess what is the best data type I can use. For example, in sitecode might include numbers, might include letters as well, so I better put it alphanumeric. Site name for sure, alphanumeric, address for sure, and font. Remember, always phone numbers, just because they contain the word number, it doesn't mean it should be a numeric. That's a big mistake. Telephones, always remember, they're supposed to be alphanumeric, and that's because I will show you why. And that's because phone numbers usually starting with zeros, for example, like this numbers. Okay, so if you put it as a number, the zero is going to be ignored and there will be no zero. If you put it as a new alphanumeric, zero won't be ignored. And I think the spaces cannot be added to numbers, only in text you can accept that thing. And I think there is another system which is using the dashes. Dashes are not allowed in numbers, only in text. So always remember, we always use alphanumeric or text in phones. These are also going to be all alphanumeric, except the rate of the pay is going to be currency, which is going to be specified. If not specified, you can choose pound or dollar or any currency, but better just to keep it in dollar in case if it is not mentioned, or pound also fine. Okay, how to add the logical one? So it's just pretty easy. That's for the first one, so I'm just going to go I'm just going to double click down here somewhere and I'm going to add a page break so I can go to the next page. I'm going to write for the next one is going to be the logical ERD. I'm just going to copy paste, do the same thing also in your exam. So logical ERD, go and copy paste all the things from this one, hold shift, and then I need to start with this small one. Okay, is that possible? Just by highlighting over the cursor. Logical ERD, go deleted. Okay, that's working, great. I'm just going to need extra space. So what I'm going to do here, extend it a bit. Later you can extend this line as well, and use the tab mechanism. Tab is going to make it much easier for you to keep lines. So you can see here I use first tab, second tab, and then tab whatever you're needing to. One thing also I made, I think the font yeah, is too large. Just keep it 12, it's better. So these are all supposed to be 12. Tab again, and you can see tab will help you to make it in the same line. Okay, and then if you want to extend this line as well, you might need to remove the grouping. So right click and group it to make it easy for you to adjust the line. So that's for the first one. Just make sure you're also not going too much to the corner, because right printing is not needed, so that's fine. Okay, Anyway, so this is the way you can add it to all the other tables as well. For the last one, which is the physical ERD, so you're going to copy everything from here. And you're going to need much extra space over here because you're going to add the field size. So this relationship is the best thing. You make them really small. You can adjust these things later at the end. So over here, one more space. Okay, and then add the side code. Side code probably you won't need too much. So it depends how you want to design it. If informations are available, count and calculate it and put it over here. So let's guess it could be 5. I'm going just to put one space and write PK as it is the primary number. Okay, and the next one space, tab, and write the site name. Site name could be maybe up to 10 and so on. And this is going to be the physical ERD. This needs to be applied to all of them. So that's the end. I will just adjust it, format it, and this will be the end of this task. And see you in the next activity. The next activity will be quite similar to this task.